Hi guys, my name's Kelsey and welcome to my booktube page, Bookin' with Kelsey. I am a brand new booktuber, so for the first video, I thought I would do a booktube tag that was created by Brenda C. Question number 1 is, why did you start this channel? I started this channel to share my love for books with the world and with other booktubers. I love reading and I have no one to talk to about the books that I read because no one in my family or my friends are big readers. So my husband introduced me to booktube and I started watching a couple of people's videos and I was like, this is perfect for me. I have to do it. And so one of my New Year's resolutions, yes, I made myself a resolution, I'm one of those people, is to commit to this and to create my own booktube page. So that's why I'm here, because I love books, just like everyone else that's a part of booktube. Question number 2 is, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to YouTube? So every booktuber is different. We all have our fun and unique ways of, doing a video and our different views on a book and different personalities. So that alone makes us completely different than each other. So every booktuber's page is going to be different. I'm goofy, I'm nerdy, I say weird things, and so those are going to make me completely different from other people. Some stuff most of my videos that I plan on doing are going to be book reviews, book hauls, some book unhauls, and I'm so excited to do it. You might find it weird or like you're one of those people. I'm going to be posting videos for books versus movies. I love reading books that have been made into movies or books that are going to be made into movies, or I'll watch a movie and then I'll find out it's a book and I'm like, I have to read the book to see what's different. And so those are some things that you can look forward to from my channel. And I hope you guys like it. Question is, what are you most excited about with this channel? I'm most excited about talking about books. My husband doesn't like talking about books. He'd rather play video games or watch TV or, work on his trucks. So he's not one to talk to about my books because he doesn't really know what's going on. So I'm excited to get on here, upload some videos about book reviews and hearing what other people have to think about it, about what I have to say and what their opinions of it are. So yeah, that's what I'm most excited about. And question number 4, why do you love to read? I love to read because it's an adventure and it's an escapism from your real life. If you're having a stressful day, you can sit down and read a book and not be stressed out. It takes you away from anything that's upsetting you or affecting you, and you can just sit down for even like 5 minutes, but forever how long you want, and you can disappear to another world, a different time, or a different place. And the way writers make other places sound or how they describe stuff, they actually put you there. And that you can picture it in your head as if you've been there yourself. And so that's why I fell in love with reading, because it's a nice getaway from your everyday, normal, real life. Question 5. What book or series got you into reading? The first series that I ever read was by Lemony, Snicker, of course, as a child, and a series of unfortunate events. I love the whole series. Don't really care for the TV series that's on Netflix, but I love the series. It definitely got me addicted to, the characters in this book and finding out what's happening next. And there's nothing some parts of the book as a child don't annoy you, but when you try to read it as an adult, they get on your nerves. It's a little annoying, so I can't read it as an adult. But when I was a child, I fell in love with this book and couldn't put it down, loved it. And then when I got older and I wanted to get back into reading because I was a high school student, I was really busy and it was the summer and I was like, I need something to do. So my dad got me into a book, and he recommended Flowers for Algernon by Daniel Keyes. Book changed my life. I never knew a book could make me cry, and this book makes me cry all the time. I've read this book, I want to say maybe 9 or 10 times in my entire life, and I know it's going to make me cry. I shouldn't want to read it because I don't like crying. No one likes crying, and I know I'm going to cry, and it makes me cry every time. I never knew books could have that effect on you. And once I realized that there are books that can have that effect on you, I never wanted to quit. So I hope that answered that question. Question 6. What are some questions that you would ask your favorite booktuber? One question I would ask is, how do they stay committed to their page? I know everyone has a life, so I just like to know like how they have time to do anything and watch other people's videos. And another question I have is, how do you get past any of the mean or rude comments that people might leave on your channel? Question 7. What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel would be the hardest to overcome? I want to say one of my challenges is finding the time to stay committed to my page and uploading the videos and reading all the books in the month that I've set myself to read. That's probably going to be the hardest. I kind of used to start something and then not finish it. And so one of my goals this year is I want to continue this. I don't want to give up on it, even if it's going to take a while to get going, or for people to leave comments on my videos or to give me advice. So I don't want to get discouraged by any of it, and I want to stay committed no matter what. Even if people aren't seeing my videos or aren't leaving me messages or comments about anything, I want to stay committed because at least it does get me talking about my books, even if it's to myself, to a camera. But that's one. And then I want to say another one is I've set a goal to upload 2 to 3 videos a week. It's a lot for me, I think, because I don't really know what most of those videos are going to be about. My goal is to finish 2 books in a week. So as long as I'm able to finish 2 books, then I'll have 2 videos to upload in a week for book reviews. Towards the end of the month or the beginning of the month, I might have more from doing uploads of book hauls or my next month's TBR. So as long as I make my schedule and I stay committed to that schedule, I should be fine. But those are just 2 of the things that I think are going to be the hardest for me to stay committed to. Next question is number 8, and it is, when did you start reading? I started reading when I was a little girl. Like I said, it was in like elementary school. I started reading a series of unfortunate events, and then I would stop reading because I would get older and you're getting into junior high and high school. But then in the summer, I would pick up reading again, and in the school year, I'd let down. And then after I graduated, like, I'm going to read. I'm going to keep reading and not stop. But life happens, and you stop reading. And it wasn't until, I want to say, early in my 20s where I fully committed to keep reading and not stop. Whether I take a month off or not, I'll always find my way back to a book. And my goal this year is to read 52 books. It's a big goal for me. I've never done that much. My goal used to be just to finish 1 book a month, but now 52 books is my goal, and I'm hoping to stick by it. And if I can do that, I can do anything, and I might even up the ante to 100 books next year. So yeah, I started reading when I was a little girl. Question number 9. Where do you read? I read anywhere and everywhere. Whenever I get a chance to sit down and read, I'll take it. I'm not a big audiobook listener. I just can't seem to stay interested in it or follow along. I'll forget things. So that's out of the question for me. I've tried it several times, can't follow along. I end up having to buy the book and start it all over, and I'll realize I forgot stuff. So whenever I have a chance or time to just sit down and read, I'll take it. Whether that's in the car waiting to pick up my son, or at his hockey practice, or at the park, or on the couch, or in bed before I go to sleep. I will read whenever I get the chance to read. Last question, question number 10. What books do you like to read? Most of the time I'll be reading a historical fiction, a thriller, a mystery, or a horror book. Historical fiction, I love any books that are based in the World War II era. I find them fascinating, can't put it down, even though they are fictional books. I feel like they're fragments or figments of the truth, and they're fragments of the truth. And so I love reading them and learning about the stuff that happened, because it's so devastating, so sad, and you don't get that much from watching a TV show as you do from reading what's depicted in a book about what happened. Thrillers and mysteries and horrors, there are plot twists, and you're trying to solve what's going to happen and figure out how the book's going to end, and they just blow your mind, and I just find them the most entertaining. The books that I can't put down and I refuse to put down, and wanting to buy like the next one in the series, or something written, another book that's written by that same author, just to see like if they can make that the next book that they wrote even better than the one before. So I love my thrillers, mysteries, and horrors. I love science fiction books. Ready Player One is one of the latest ones that I read. Yes, because it was based on a movie, but I didn't know that at the time, and then I watched the movie, and I might do a book versus movie review on it. But love the book, love the movie too. It's one of my favorites. I love fantasy books, like Game of Thrones. Love, love, love. A little slow at times, but if you keep reading, you keep wanting to read the next one. And if you watch the series and haven't read the books, then you might love the series. But if you've read the books, then watch the series, you'll be very disappointed. And then of course, the books that my sister recommended for me, 50 Shades of Grey. So dirty, so sexual, can't believe this is happening. I'm not much for a romance book, and I love those. Didn't particularly care for the movies, love the books, because it's like you're actually there. And yeah, you can't go wrong with those. I think that about covers it for all my genres so far. So that concludes my first video for my channel. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you stay tuned for later in this week, I will be uploading another video on my first book review, and it is by Harlan Coben, The Runaway. Love this book, had me on the edge of the seat. I didn't want to put it down. I finished it in a day and a half. So that says a lot. So hopefully I'll have the video posted by Thursday at the latest on my thoughts and views on this book, and hopefully it will be spoiler free. If you like what you heard today and you want to see more of my videos, please do subscribe, and I can't wait to hear your thoughts on what I had to say. Until next time, bye!